Hello guys, welcome to today's edition of the Counter Press. It's fun-packed, action-packed, and you know as you get it, the best in here. My name hasn't changed. It's Fiifi-Manfred. This is the Counter Press. Thank you very much for choosing us. I'm grateful to have you on board. Let's delve straight into it. Today, I'm donning the jersey of Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, je parle français un peu, parce que j'ai étudié français quand j'étais à l'école primaire, mais c'est seulement un peu. The video is for French, for France, Paris Saint-Germain, and football. Thank you, the Counter Press. Thank you very much for choosing us. Guys, this video is about Paris Saint-Germain and what I really make of the club and why I think that they failed woefully in that project. So let's get to it. When Paris Saint-Germain, the Qataris, decided to come and buy Paris Saint-Germain, there are a lot of speculations, a lot of conspiracy theories that think that it was just for football washing, for them to look good in the eyes of the world. But truly, it's a club that wanted to win. Paris Saint-Germain isn't the biggest club even in France, but really, they knew that with a new sport, with injection of money, there was a lot of reasons why they could win and go ahead to win the Champions League. And in winning, it is the Champions League that they were talking about. So if you look at Paris Saint-Germain, since they came, they have tried so much to get in the best players, the best coaches, who can win, who can lead them to win, who can take them to that dreamland. In France, there has been a yearly thing, an annual thing, they keep on winning. But the biggest issue was how they failed to win and how almost every time their project after every season begins to capitulate. And that's exactly why I'm here. So part of that conspiracy theory is that the Qataris invested in the French airspace in Bordeaux. They bought some fleet of airplanes for the Qatari Airlines. What's his name? Michel Platini was at the helm. Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy led the charge and everything. Now they are there. They need to win. So why are the French where they are? Why are the Qataris where they are? Why are Paris Saint-Germain where they are? I think that there's a lot of wrong decisions that have gone on. There's a lot of direction in terms of the sporting projects. And they wanted to use the short way. They wanted to win the Champions League without really using the staircase. They wanted the elevator. And that has failed woefully. And a key amongst them is the fact that Lionel Messi will be leaving after what? Just 2 seasons at Paris Saint-Germain. Which I don't think that's good enough. If you look at Paris Saint-Germain, you're looking at a club that should be winning with Kylian Mbappe, with Messi and the Neymar. This is a team that should be winning, but they are not, and Messi will be leaving. First of all, I think that Messi did not live up to expectation. Yes, he gave them some goals and assists in the French Liga, but he was not bought for the French Liga. If you look at that game that they played against Bayern Munich in this year's Champions League, it was shambolic. There was no spirit, no aggression. Nobody really fought for the club, the Paris Saint-Germain flag. And if you go to Paris, they say it's a Paris. And of course, this is Paris. In Paris, they dream. It's a city of dreams, but they never really dreamt. They never really embodied what Paris Saint-Germain was about. So I think that it is time for Nasser Al Khelaïfi, the Qatar Investments Bank, and those who really own Paris Saint-Germain to go back and look at what really Paris Saint-Germain has to embody. Maybe Nasser Al Khelaïfi is not the man to take Paris Saint-Germain there. Maybe he's a wonderful boardroom guy that makes very good decisions, but maybe he doesn't really lead the embodiment of it. And that's why he has brought in Luis Campos. So Campos should lead the sporting project of Paris Saint-Germain, bring in good players. And we saw that when they brought in Christophe Galtier, went to Portugal to go and get Nuno Mendes, got Vitinha, got some very good players, and they understood that the game needs to be balanced. They can't just hinge on Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe to win. And of course, there is also the recent news that Sergio Ramos Garcia will also be hanging his boot and be leaving Paris Saint-Germain. Now that is it. Going in for older players, going in for players who do not have hunger, who do not have the will to want to go ahead and win again. Players who have seen it all at the highest level will not win in the Champions League. You need a mix of that. At the very least, you need 1 or just 2 of that. Then you need much more of young, hungry players and a hungry manager. Somebody who wants to win consistently. Somebody who's obsessed with winning to go ahead and lead Paris Saint-Germain to that sporting project of winning the Champions League. They have not done that. And that's exactly where they are. And that's exactly why I think that the next step for Paris Saint-Germain is probably going to be the most integral of their life. Because why? First of all, Kylian Mbappe has signed a contract extension. It is not flat 5 years. It's just 3 plus an extra extension. So it means that 1 year is almost gone. The second year is coming. In the next year, if they don't show Kylian Mbappe proper concrete proof that they are hungry to win like he wants to, he may be leaving. Also, almost every manager now begins to think that Paris Saint-Germain is a hub for a place that you want to fail. Even for Thomas Tuchel to get into the Champions League final, that season in the French Ligue 1 was one of the least that he got in terms of the points per game ratio. So now that Mauricio Pochettino wasn't so good at Paris Saint-Germain, and then even managers before. So how do they get that? And that's exactly why Luis Ocampos is going to be very integral. For me, Ocampos is the most integral man at Paris Saint-Germain now. They need to get him to do their job. They need to get him to get the best players for Paris Saint-Germain. Why do I say this? I hear that they are going in for a French-oriented project where they get a lot of players from the academy, a lot of players that understand what France embodies, what Paris embodies, and they will fuse them with other foreign nationals to get a job done. That sounds like a great idea, especially with Luis Ocampos in, who will get some very, very good Portuguese talent from Lisbon, from Sporting, from Braga, from Benfica in Portugal to come and augment the squad that they have in Paris. I think that's the way forward. None of that buying of the Galacticos should go on again. It doesn't work. No manager is able to work with that. Football is well advanced. There are a lot of egos for you to manage. Buying Galacticos, a lot of them, only means that you're making a lot of problems for your manager, especially if he's not somebody like Pep Guardiola or Jose Mourinho, that you make it even worse for them. They need to get players who understand their project, who want to go on and win, and of course with time. And that's it. They have failed as it stands now because they wanted to use the shortest route. It did not work. Now they need to do the real work. Nasser Khalifi possibly should go for the Qatar investment, but they need to probably find somebody else to inspire that project. If they don't, Galtier shouldn't be there. Galtier has been shambolic last season. The number of losses, the number of draws, and just 1 point in terms of winning the league this year hasn't been good at all. Luis Campos, he needs to be integral to choose who becomes the next manager of Paris Saint-Germain. I'm hearing his old friend in Jose Mourinho can possibly be the new manager of Paris Saint-Germain. I also hear that there are discussions with Julian Nagelsmann, the former Bayern Munich manager, to come ahead and herald the project. And I hear that they are going to add a French legend, former French player, big guy, Thierry Henry, to that team. And that's the French part of the conversation. They need to get to work now because Paris Saint-Germain is a sinking ship. They need to win because their fellow Arab money guys, Man City, are in the Champions League final. Thank you. It was a wonderful time having you here with me. The name still remains Fiifi-Manfred. Thank you very much. Do want to subscribe, like, and share. It's the Counter Prayers. I'll see you. Peace out.